Today we'll be reviewing the Falcon scope. This is the Endura 1-10x24 or the acronym S10i. So this is a 25 meter fixed parallax scope.
The kids are at work. When I mean work, they are really busy building our training course for today. It's a gorgeous day here on the farm. The wind is a little bit pesky, you can hear that in the trees. But we've got the whole farm to ourselves. This is going to be our shooting pin or shooting position from here, and we've marked the targets all the way from 7.1 meters or 8 yards all the way up to 45 yards way there in the back.
This scope is only on loan to me, and I'm looking at it specifically from my Hunter Field Target point of view, but I think it can also be very successfully used in bench rest. So let's see what happens.
Right, our intrepid shooters here. Wat sal ek dit gou vir my daai handvatsokkie? Alright, so this is the standard setup for my HW100, which is my FT gun that ended up at Worlds. Now the nice thing about this is the scope here. This is the Hawk Vantage 4x16x44.
But this is not the scope on review. Let's look at the scope at review.
This will be the scope I'm going to try today. Now this is a fixed parallax, 25 meter fixed parallax, but it's got a 22 meter front diameter. So in essence what that means is it reduces the parallax error that you can make on while actually shooting. So at 45 yards, the maximum parallax error, yes, the maximum is 8.8 millimeters. So if you make a 25% parallax error, which is quite big, that leaves you with 2.2 millimeters from center, which is not too shabby nice. So this is a very, very nice addition. Yeah, don't worry about the green tapes. This scope is on loan, so I don't want my scope rings to damage it. So I've got some green tape all around it, and I've marked where my other scope must go back, so when I switch back my scopes, I don't have to worry too much about positioning and eye relief and whatever. Right, so for the positionals, what I love about the scope is how easy it shoulders, and then I'm already on the target. So effectively that's all I need, and I'm on the target. I don't have to do any eye adjustments going back and forth to get a clear vision. The ocular in the back is very, very nice, very big, and you can quickly get onto your target and let it rip. And I dropped it on camera. Yes. Exactly the same. Again, the eye relief on this scope is just awesome. Easy to set up, easy to get into your positional, and I am locked and loaded. I don't have to go and look for the target. My setup is absolutely perfect, so I can just easily go into the shot and pull the trigger. And I got another one on camera. Thanks. Okay.
Before I go into the scope cam footage, let's have a bit of fun first.
Operation Dinosaur Hunt commences in 3, 2, 1, hunt! Whoa, and it's down! And it's down, one dinosaur dead. And the second dinosaur wounded, and it tipped on its side. Kill the dinosaur, the pink one. Oh, that was a solid hit, and it's on its side. Let's see if we can hit it out of the ground. Oh, another solid hit in the stomach. I could see that one. I could have die pallet gesien spat. And another solid hit, and it flipped on its side. There's some serious damage.
Emotional damage.
Alright, let's get back to the more serious stuff. The scope.
That's the fourth one through the same hole. Okay, so that's the 0 at 25 meters. The scope is crystal clear at that distance, because that is the maximum, oh, not the maximum, that's the only parallax that it has. Let's go for a number there on the side. Remember, the wind is pushing slightly from the right, and I am not that quiet on the go.
Alright, let's look at the clarity at 45 yards. And I know here I need to aim slightly to the right, about 1.5 mil dots.
I was going for 5 in a row, but my son beat me to that. Let me reset it for him. There we go, reset it. And there it goes again. Now that's the fun of having multiple shooters here. Okay, so that back target at 45 is crystal clear. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in, or not zoom in, you can't zoom with the scope. This is at 8 meters or 8.8 yards, and this is the blurriness you'll see in the scope. Now I know at 8.5 yards or 8 yards, oh no, that's 8 meters, that's almost 9 yards. I need to go around about there for that kill zone. Oh, and I missed. Okay, as you can see in the scope, at that distance, it is extremely blurry. Right, let's go for the bottom one. That's at 9 meters, should be 1.5 mil dot, right about there. Okay, got that. But that's a 25 miller, and I know the competition guys are going to put a 20 miller there. Let me try that 15 miller again. At 8 meters, 1.5 mil dot. Where's my mil dot? There's my mil dot. 1.5, round about there. Gotcha. Oh, that was a splitter. You could hear it sing off the top.
The blurriness at 8 meters versus the blurriness at 9 meters. Slight difference.
But that's the blurriness at 10 meters. But that's not a problem. I can still clearly see the target. I can see the outline. I can see the kill zone, and I can hit it. You can actually see the hit marks on the target itself. 12 meters, half a mil dot, a little bit for the wind. Bob's your uncle. Oh, that was just an edge. That was a little bit low because I aimed a little bit low. So the one thing I'm looking for in the scope when doing HFT, and that was my son putting it upside down. Let me just put it right. The buggers. I think it's hilarious shooting at my targets. Right, so the one thing that I'm looking for in an HFT scope is there must be clear definition in the blurriness, specifically with the closer distances. So if I go to the closest one here at 7.1 meters, 8 yards, that's how it looks through my scope. I can almost not see the 10 mil kill zone. Luckily we don't shoot 10 millers. Let's go over to the 20 mil kill zone. As you can see, there's better definition on the grass on the back than the actual target. Now I know this one is around about 2.5 mil dots. Let's see if I can hit it. Now this is where the parallax error on this scope is absolutely phenomenal. Because of the eyepiece I've got on, because of the camera I've got on the scope itself, I can barely see that target, and I'm also not lying 100% square behind the scope. Right, so at least between 12, there's a clear distance in the clarification versus 9 meters. So at least you've got that little bit of playroom in that regard. And between 9 and 8, let me put it that way so you can see both of those targets in the same picture. There is definitely more blurriness on 8 meters than on 9 meters. So that will definitely assist the HFT shooter with the closer distances, because we all know how we love to hate to miss those little buggers. Nice definition there. That's nice in the scope.
Let's do a bit of a comparison. So this is the Hawk Vantage 4-16 by 44 on 23 yards parallax. Let's have a look at the difference. The side-by-side comparison is shocking. If you look on the left-hand side, the Hawk, versus on the right-hand side, the Falcon, you can see that the clarity on the Falcon is superior. But having said that, I don't shoot the Hawk at 10 times, I shoot it at 9 times. At 9 times, the blurriness is a lot less, so it actually helps me with distance judging. So obviously I had to go and try the 8 times magnification as well. But let's finish the 10 times magnification first.
Right, so those are my close distances. Let me show you 7 meters, 7.1. Then on to 8 meters, 9 meters, 10 meters, 10 and a half roundabout, and then all the way out to 12 meters. Okay. And last one, just for prosperity's sake, that is 41 meters. I've now readjusted the scope to 8 times zoom. So this is your 7 meter target with 8 times zoom. It was on 10. This is these two targets at 8 times. Yo, the definition on that right hand one is almost in focus. Left hand one not. So it might be a great idea to shoot this scope at 8 times mag, because it will give you a clearer definition on your shorter targets. That is 12 meters, perfectly in focus. And this one is 10 meters, slight blurriness. Alright, so at 10 times zoom, let me get you 10 times zoom. That's 8 times zoom at the back. Perfect definition. If I go to 10 times, other way around, 10 times magnification, still perfect. So this specific scope, great and clear, way back all the way out to 45 yards, 41 meters. So it will not assist you in the back and the longer targets when it comes to blurriness, to help with distance judging, but it will definitely help you with everything else. So if I go down to 8 times zoom, that was 8 times zoom. If I stay on 8 times zoom, I can actually see the kill zone. I can distinguish the kill zone even though it's been shot a couple of times by other people. I can still see the definition, the outline of the kill zone, which is a magnificent help. If this was my scope and I could keep it, I hope Cor is listening. If I could keep this scope, I would probably shoot it on 8 times zoom. My only concern is that at 40 meters it's crystal clear even on 10 times, so you don't have any indication.
What I meant to say was that even at 45 yards, the target is crystal clear, so there's no blurriness. Now usually in HFT, at 45 yards, you want that target to be slightly blurry. You still need to be able to see the kill zone clearly, even in the shade, but that slight blurriness helps the shooter judge the distance a bit better. Even though I'm saying that, I think this is a great HFT gun, but it can also be a great bench race gun. Nearly said FT, but FT is a total different ballgame. I think this can be an awesome bench race gun, and also in the HFT market, it's time for you to go and test. This glass is absolutely awesome for the price you're gonna get. Time to up the ante a little bit and have a bit of fun. Why not? We're at the shooting range, the kids are here. Let me challenge them to a little competition.
A big word of thanks, Wynand, for the lovely targets. This is us and the kids having fun with it. Dankie boot. Skuld jou. Shooters, are you ready?
Ja.
In 3, 2, 1, let it drop. Oh, my driehoekie is gone.
Is dit net so blurry? Kan jy sien?
Ek het my sterretjie maar het al.
Sterretjie? Die sterretjie skiet, né?
Ja. Ek het hom geskien maar hom.
Kyk, daar's op 3 spinners. Geelletjie. Nou by jou, ons is besig hierso met 'n kompetisie gou. O, wie het kleintjie geskiet? So blikskorrel. Het ons die witte en die rooi gelyktydig.
Dis so.
Jou nuwe scope kom skiet, man.
Nee, net bietjie kom skiet.
Hier is die nuwe scope op die en as jy wil kyk.
Ek het gekyk na, maar hy lyk vir my ek gaan so breek loop.
And that is the end of the fun and the scope testing. So let me leave you with some of the positives and negatives. Positives, a lot more than negatives. Let's start with that. Awesome scope, clear glass, very nice objective 4, 24 mils, very nice eye relief in the black, super at last. The only fault that I could find was a Nittly one for me, and that is at 41 meters. I missed that slight blurriness. Will I buy this scope? Hell yes, I will. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
That's all, folks.